So most of the leaves are just starting to come in. It's in the high 60s today, and basically a beautiful spring day for a hike. The nice thing is that we're in Harriman State Park today on the weekend on a really nice day, but there's not tons and tons of people around, which is, well, I think for most hikers, probably preferable. So this is a nice little alternative to Bear Mountain if you're looking to be in this park, have an interesting hike, and kind of avoid the crowds a little bit. So I'm just heading off the trail a little bit to the left of it. Between the lake we started on and Pine Swamp, I think we're about halfway, and just a hill, so I want to go up and see if there are any interesting views from there, and then we'll head back to the trail. Alright, so made it to the top. There's not a lot up here, can't really see much down there. And up here, it's just kind of trees. So, I don't know. Was it worth it up? Well, it's a good climb. But there's not a lot to see, honestly. So, you may not want to deviate from the trail. But, down we go. So, a few people have asked me, do I do all my own camera work? So in the event you're curious, the answer is typically yes. If I'm the only one you see on the video, then I'm the only one out here doing the video work. If someone's out here with me, usually they help. So if you were wondering, there's the answer. So that said, you might be wondering, but what about when you go up those big hills or stuff like that? Well, basically it means exactly what you think. I have to do it multiple times. 2, 3, 4, 5 times to get all the footage I need sometimes. So, if you see me huffing and puffing, and you're like, I don't know, it doesn't look that hard. It might be the 3rd, 4th, or 5th time I went up that hill, so I'm not really that out of shape. I love the smell of fresh pine in the air. I think that means we might be getting close to Pine Swamp Mine, hopefully. Alright, so just behind me, off to the right of the trail, looks like there's a swampy area, so maybe this is the Pine Swamp, I'm not really sure. So I'm going to look around a bit for the mine and hopefully we'll see it. Alright, so I just went down a bit of a hill, and off to my right again I see what seems kind of swampy, so maybe this is it, and not the last area. To be honest, I'm not really sure. This is my first time here. Alright, so I've decided to get off the trail and walk to the left of the trail, basically. I figure I got a better chance of spotting the mine off the trail, to the left of it, than I do from the trail. So basically I'm just going to head along the rock face over here. And hopefully it's visible from where I'm walking. Have you found it? I haven't yet. Alright, so behind me here, it looks like there's kind of it looks like a trail to me, quite frankly. So maybe this leads to the mine? I don't know. It looks like what could be a natural walkway path to go to maybe a mine. So let's go have a look and hopefully we'll find it. Alright, so I got a bit of a dilemma. We have over here, definitely more rock face, but then down here, I'm definitely starting to get up pretty high. So since I have no idea where the mine entrance is, it could be on this side, on that edge of the rock face, or it could be down there. So at this point I think I'm going to head down, because this way I definitely won't lose the trail, which is pretty important because it's starting to get a little later in the day. And I assume the entrance to the mine would probably be a little lower, but I don't really know. So hopefully we'll hit it. Alright, so I rejoined the trail. I couldn't find it, obviously. I don't know if it was higher than I was or lower than I was. I did overshoot the trail a bit, so if you're looking for it, be careful about that. It's unfortunate we didn't find it, but it is still a beautiful day and a beautiful hike. Alright, so just came across this very handy sign. Looks like I overshot where I was supposed to turn by about 2.5 miles, the Dunning Trail. And so I think that swamp that I was around was actually Surebridge swamp or something like that. So basically the situation now is that it's 5:30. I think I got about an hour and a half of daylight left. So I'm basically just going to head back and hopefully get back before it's dark. So about 3.6 miles back according to the sign, which I should be able to do. But if not, I got a headlamp, so that's good. Good to be prepared. And I guess we definitely weren't going to see the mine, so wasn't as prepared as I should have been. Good lesson there. Anyway, while I still got some daylight, I'm going to head back, so let's go. Alright, so here's an interesting find. I assume this is a deer, I guess. Don't really know too much, but just kind of a carcass with some fur still on it and like bits of fur scattered all around. So I assume this is actually fairly new because there's still a little bit of stench as well. But it's, I don't know, interesting, I guess. Definitely wildlife in the area. We better keep going. We're on a tight time schedule now. So there's some deer up there. One of them's taking a keen interest in me. Definitely a little worried, but kind of neat. Looks like they aren't as worried anymore. So we'll just say hello and then be on our way and leave them alone. Alright, so obviously I should have taken more time to figure out my exact route and where I should be going. But thankfully I did, do some preparation right. I had a map, so I was able to figure out eventually where I went wrong. I had extra water. I had double what I was planning, which is good because, the route was approximately double what I was planning, so that worked out well. Got just a little bit of water left, but I think I'm right near the end, so no problem. The headlamp and a little mini crank flashlight just in case I got stuck out here. So it's good to be prepared in the event you do something really stupid or just difficult circumstances come up that you weren't expecting. Alright, so turned out a little bit differently than we planned. Definitely longer. But we saw some interesting things and I had a good time. So hopefully you enjoyed the video and I'll see you next time.